Welcome back, students. Like last time I had taken one little bit of grammar, that is active passive voice. So let me continue it. I'll finish the whole of active passive voice. I know grammar is a very boring subject for you, but unfortunately I have to take the grammar. You have to follow it. Okay, so let me start with it. First a small recap. Okay, a small recap of what we have done last class. So what we have done is, see, main thing about active passive voice, there are six parts of the grammar, where verb only is the main that main place where you have to see whether it is an active voice or a passive voice. Okay, so first thing is present tense, past tense, present continuous tense, past continuous tense, then future tense, perfect tense. So these are the 6 parts of the tenses here, what we are going to use. So the first one, these two I have taken last time, present tense and past tense. A quick recap now. Now for example, what I have taken last time, for present tense, what is there? Is and are. Is for singular, we use it in front of the verb, and are is used for plural in front of the verb. Okay, now example I am giving you. Arjun sees a deer. So okay, what is this? Now before that I told you, remember that, what is the formula? SVO-OVS, you have to change. This is the main thing. If you know this, then interchanging is very easy. Alright, now Arjun sees a deer. Now let's split it up. Now Arjun is subject, sees is present tense. Okay, what is this? This is see. See is present tense. So this is the verb and this is the object. Now let's interchange. How do you interchange? You bring the subject, the object must come this side and the subject must come this side. And when you are bringing the subject this side, the new word what you are using is by. Okay, a new word. Now let's change. A deer. I brought it down. A deer means it's only one. So what should we use? Is. Are means many deers. We can write deer. It is it is singular. So a deer is. Now what we use? See. Present tense see. So see, when you are bringing it down to the passive voice, how should you change? I told you last time, it should be in the participle. Okay, present, past and the participle. Past participle only is we are going to change the verb into. Okay, now what is it? See's participle is seen. Okay, a deer is seen by who? Arjun. Arjun is the subject. Got it now? Now I'll tell you one small hint. Now active passive voice, how do you how do you differentiate it? In active voice, who is the main that is in the sentence, which is the main part, is the subject. Subject is the main part. Okay, subject only. Arjun sees a deer. Okay, so Arjun only is the main focus now. Okay, the main focus is Arjun. So that you can understand. In that itself you can understand this is active voice, because sometimes in the exam they will not tell you okay, change into active voice, change into passive voice. They will mix and give it to you. So they'll say the question is change into other voice. So first what should you do? You should identify whether it is active voice or passive voice. Understood that? So to make you understand that, I am telling you, active voice means main focus will be on the subject. Now what is passive voice? How do you understand what is passive voice? Is the main focus will be on the verb. Okay, the verb, you see that Arjun, a deer is seen by Arjun. So Arjun is secondary only now. So what is the main part? The main part is seen, and that verb only is important. So in that you will find out this is passive voice. Okay, and new thing, what's passive voice? Another one identification is there will be one by here. By also is for you to identify, oh, this style is sentence is passive voice. Okay, by is there, and then you can see this singular plural. Okay, singular plural. This static verb also will be there. In front of the verb there will be is, are. Okay, in that itself you can understand, oh, this is passive voice. So 2 clues for you. One, verb will be the main focus. Another one, second clue is this by and this static verb. Got that now? So this is for thing. Now same thing. Now in second sentence I am taking for past tense. Past tense, here this is an example here for past tense. First you must see, how do you identify it's a past tense or present tense? Looking at the verb. The verb only is the main focus I am telling you. So look at the verb. So, oh, this is saw. Saw means it's a past tense. See is present tense. Saw is past tense. Now we change. A deer Again, a deer means one single deer. So what is for single? What will you use? Was or were? You will be using was. So a deer was. Again, whatever it is a present tense or past tense, this should change into the participle. Okay, participle. You understood the what is participle? Past participle it will change to. Okay, this only is for the verb. It will change. So again, same thing only. A deer was seen. Now new word what are you using when you are bringing the subject that side? By Arjun. That's all. So last time I have taken till here, isn't it? Till present tense and past tense I have taken. Now new chapter. What is it? Present continuous tense, past continuous tense. First I will take this now. Present continuous. What is continuous? Continuous means what is happening at the moment. Okay, what is happening? Arjun is seeing a deer. Seeing means at the present what he is doing? He is seeing a deer. So that ing verb, that gerund. What is a gerund? Gerund is ing. Using verb plus ing is known as gerund. Okay, verb plus ing. So the verb has got an ing. ing means what would you use is, new word you are using is being. Okay, get that? Present and past continuous tense, new word what you are using is being. Looking at the verb which has ing, if it has got ing, then what I am going to add on is being. Now let me change. Let's change. SVO, OVS we have changed. A deer, again singular only. A deer is singular. Present continuous. Present continuous, again the same thing only is are. Okay, so a deer is. Now what is seeing? If you see seeing, verb plus ing means if you got ing, new word what you are using is being. Is being, same thing. What's the participle you are using? Seen. Now bring that the subject that side, new word by Arjun. That's all. Nothing difficult in this, isn't it? So a deer is being seen by Arjun. What's the new thing you are using is being. Looking at the verb, if it has got ing, immediately what we do is we write being. Okay. Now same thing comes for past continuous tense. Past continuous tense also it is, we are going to use being only. One thing only is going to change. What? This part only is going to change. Because was eating. Was eating is past tense. So again we change. A cake. A cake was, cake only, cakes, it's not cakes. If it was cakes, then we put where. A cake was, what's the new word you're going to use? Because eating has got ing. Okay, ing is there, so what you use is a cake was being. Now what is the participle of eat? Participle of eat is eaten. A cake was being eaten. Now what's the new word? When you bring this boy, subject you bring this side means what is that? By the boy. Got it now? That's all. Again I'll see. Present continuous, past continuous is finished. See the present continuous thing. See the verb, if you've got ing, then you have to what you're going to use immediately? Being. A deer is being seen by Arjun, and what is seen is participle. Okay, the next past continuous. The boy was eating a cake. Was. So was is past tense. Again ing, verb has got ing. What we do is, new word you're going to use is being. So a cake was being eaten by the boy. That's it. That's all. Till now have you understood? Present tense, past tense, present continuous, past continuous. Nothing, any doubt about it? Okay, next we're going to start with future tense. What is future tense? What we use usually? Will, shall, might, would, should. All these words are future tense. Okay, must. So that you note it down somewhere. What are the words we are going to use? Here I am using will. Will is used here. Sometimes it will be must. It can be must, would, should, may, might. All these words are future tense. Okay. So for an example for future tenses, what a new word I am going to use is, now how we use being, looking at ing. Now here if you see future tense, in the sentence if you see will, should, must, what you must use immediately, be is the word you are going to use. Okay. Now let's interchange. Okay, this is nothing. Okay, we'll start. See the will is given. So new thing what I'm going to add is be, and verb is show. Okay, show is me. What will it change into? Shown. Participle of show is shown. Let's see. The guide will show us the museum. The museum. So will, okay, museum will be. So new word what you are using is the museum will be, this is participle, will be shown by to us, new word that is okay, by the guide to us. This us, no, this us has to go back last. So this is the part I'm going to change. The museum will be shown by the guide to us. That's all. This is the answer. Got it now? Will be shown. This only is very important now. Subject, however, you're going to interchange. Subject will go that side, this will come this side. Okay. Now next, last one is perfect tense. What is perfect? How will you identify? How will you identify a sentence is perfect tense or not? Okay. So all this you understood. This is simple. Now perfect tense means what? See, the perfect tense means a sentence will have, has. Have, has. This is for present tense. Present tense. Now what is past perfect tense? Past perfect tense is had. That's all. Have, has for singular, have for plural, and past tense, if it is plural or singular, it is had only. Okay. Now let me see. Ravi has played a violin. Ravi has played a violin. Okay. Now you see this. This only is a perfect tense. So divide it. Ravi has played a violin. Now bring it there. Bring it that side. Now we are going to interchange how? Violin. Violin. Now new word what I am going to use is been. How we are using being for ing, and then for future tense we use be. Now for past perfect tense we use new word is been. Violin has, violins, violin, so singular, has been, participle played by Ravi. That's all. This is the basic for active passive voice. Okay. So I hope you understood everything. This you understood. Now last part again once more repeat. Perfect tense. Perfect tense what I am going to use is seeing, have, has, had, anything on the in the sentence. Immediately what I am going to add is been. So here we change. Ravi has played a violin. Violin has been. So new word I am using is been played by Ravi. That's it. This is for grammar. Okay. So all of you understood this. Any queries, any questions? Later you can inform me. Thank you. And now next I am going to take Unit 1 supplementary. Name is The Tempest. The Tempest is written by William Shakespeare. Okay. You know who is William Shakespeare? He is a great playwright. He is an English, he is a poet, playwright and actor. He is regarded as the greatest writer in English, that is in the 18th century. He was 17th century. He was a great playwright because he has written so many playwrights like what? Romeo and Juliet, Macbeth. You have heard about all this, no? Such a big person he is, okay, and his world renowned till now. His books have been valued so much, okay. So for you one supplementary from his big extract. It's a bigger extract from the Charles Lamb's story. From there one small story for you, okay. The name is The Tempest. What's the meaning of The Tempest? The tempest means a storm, a violent storm, okay, created by Prospero. Okay, now I'll tell you the characters first. And the supplementary story characters mean the Duke of Milan, Prospero. Duke means it's a king there, king of Milan. So Duke of Milan is Prospero, and Prospero's he had a brother. His name is Antonio. Okay, Antonio and Prospero. Actually, what happened is Prospero, being a Duke of Milan, okay, instead of being interested in the kingdom's work, that is in the kingdom there are so many works, no, that is looking after people and all that. He was actually a very nice person, very kind and very nice person, but he was more interested in magic, spells, than what kind of things, reading lot of books about magic and excelling in that. So that reading about magic he was very interested, so he left the kingdom. He neglected it. So what he did is, his only brother Antonio, so he believed him so much. He said, why don't you just take over my, not take over means you just, okay, he gave him certain powers saying, okay, you handle my work, that he handle as the looking after kingdom. So what happened is, he just told him to handle because he was very much interested in this magic. So what happened is, Antonio, what he did is, taking advantage of his situation, Antonio usurped. What's the meaning of usurp? he tried to take over the kingdom. Okay, being a brother, and Prospero believed him so much, like he is there to help me. But what happened is, Antonio, he became greedy. He say, okay, why don't I am doing all the work, why should I not take up the whole kingdom itself and let my brother banish my brother totally. So what he did is, so doing like this, slowly what he did is, Antonio tried to usurp the whole kingdom. And one day what happened, he, with the help of his best friend, Antonio's best friend's name is King of Naples. He is next, that is, he is in Milan. The next is Naples. King of Naples, his name is that is his King of Naples, and his son is Ferdinand, Prince of Naples. So with the help of his friend, what he did is, he tried to banish his older brother Prospero from the kingdom itself. So what happened one day, he told his servant, the Lord, he is also known as the Lord Gonzales. He told Gonzales to take, that is, banish Prospero from this country itself. So what Gonzales did, Gonzales was very faithful to Prospero. So what he did is, he took that time Miranda, that is Prospero's daughter, Miranda was just 5 years old, a small child. So with the child and Prospero, put him in a boat, and like he was half unconscious, that is, Prospero was half unconscious, like not knowing what is happening. He put him in the boat, put the child in the boat, but without, he did not, like he gave him all the things to eat, like in the boat he had everything, all his magic books, and then all something to eat, drink, everything, whatever provisions, necessary provisions was put in the boat, and Gonzales let the boat, that is, he just let the boat go. So then the boat kept traveling, and finally it reached a no man island, that is, that in that island there was nobody. It was in that small island there was nobody in that island, and this boat went and landed there, and from there onwards Prospero and the child started living. And meanwhile here in the Milan, Antonio became the king of Duke of Milan, and he was taking over. He became the crown. He took over everything completely. Whatever Prospero had, he owned it. Okay, so he betrayed his brother Prospero. So this was the thing. Then after 25 years, now this story starts after 20 years. 20 years. Now 20 years, where is he? In the Prospero is in the island. Now his daughter is a grown up beautiful girl. Her name is Miranda. So in that whole of that island, there was not one person also. There were only animals, of course, animals and birds. Nothing else. It was a blank, that is totally no man island, that is nobody was there in the island except Prospero and Miranda. And from that time, since 20 years, Miranda was seeing only, she saw only her father, that's all, nobody, no another human, no humans are there. So the only human who she saw is herself and Prospero. So being there itself, then what happened is, what is he good in? Prospero is very good in what? Magic, spells, like evil spirit. He could talk to spirits, like whatever spirits, whether there were no human beings there, but what he did is, he used to talk to the spirits over there. So then after using his magic spells, that was the time, because that's what he wanted, no? In that kingdom, he was not doing anything for the kingdom. He was only more interested in reading and doing all that kind of a magic spells and all that. So what he did is, now that was the time for him to make use of those spells. So what he did is, he started reading all the books, and he had one cave inside. He made a cave. In that cave, there was one library of books. All the books whatever Gonzales gave him, all the books he had there, and he was kept reading. He became an expert in everything. He knows how to free one evil spirit, how to get that spirit into his control. So in that, when he landed there, after some time he saw there were two evil spirits there. Their name are Sycorax and Caliban. Sycorax and Caliban was the mother of Sycorax. These two were very horrible spirits. What they do is, they had captured all these good spirits and put them in the and jailed them into a big trunks of trees. Okay, this is all magic. Okay, don't take it in the real thing. It's all magic. Okay, so kept them in the trees. So this Prospero came to know about it, and then what happened? Sycorax and Caliban, he had made them slaves. and released all the good spirits from the trees. Okay, and all the good spirits used to help him, like anything bad is happening, they'll come. If there is a storm, they'll come and tell. They give them food and all that. So meanwhile, what happened? This Caliban and Sycorax were made as slaves. Because, and Prospero used to give them all the difficult tasks to do. They get water, fill water, clean the place, like that. Okay, so they were like slaves. Sycorax and Caliban were like slaves. And then meanwhile, all the other spirits, out of the good spirits, one good spirit was Ariel. Good spirit was Ariel. Ariel was a good spirit and always a very faithful spirit to Prospero. Prospero liked him so much. He was very close to Prospero. So wherever there is necessary, Ariel will be there in front of him to help him. Okay. Now after 20 years after 20 years, what happened is, one day Ariel came and told, like in the sea there is a ship coming from Milan, and in that ship there are Duke of Milan. Who is that? Antonio, his best friend King of Naples, and his only son Ferdinand. So three of them along with Gonzales. All these are in the ship and they are coming towards this side. They are coming crossing the sea to go and have trade with some other country. So this Ariel came and told. Then Prospero immediately, what happened is, using his magic spells, created a storm. So this is the right time to give them make them pay for what they have done. Okay, like they had banished Duke Prospero to this island, isn't it? So this is a time for him to take revenge. So what he did is, he told Ariel to create a storm with the magic spells. With the Prospero's magic spells, Ariel had gone to the mid of the sea near the ship. What he did, he created a storm. That one is the heading of the caption of the lesson is the tempest. The tempest means creating a storm, a horrible storm. So what he did is, he mid-ocean in front of him, but what happened is, Prospero was not an evil person. He wanted them to learn the mistake, that is to repent what they have done. He did not want to hurt them at all. Okay, so what he did is, he created a storm, and in that storm the ship had broken into two pieces, and then Ariel had taken Antonio, King of Naples, and Ferdinand to three different parts. Okay, three different places. But they were safe. They were separated, but they were separated from the ship. Ship was broken, and three of them were separated. So this is what at that moment that happened. And then afterwards, Prospero told Ariel to bring Ferdinand to the island where they were, where Miranda and Prospero were. So Ariel, he faithfully listened to his command, and Ferdinand was brought to this island where Prospero and Miranda are. But King of Naples and Antonio were in different lands. And at that time what happened is, Antonio was thinking, oh my God, like this I have done a great mistake. Maybe God is taking revenge, that is punishing me for what I have done. So he was regretting of what he did to his brother. So at that moment, that repentance came to him. So he said, maybe because I have done a very big mistake of banishing my brother, so God is giving me this punishment, that I have been separated from my country and no ship for me to go back, and how will I survive, like that. So then afterwards, in another one place, King of Naples was there. King of Naples was fretting, saying, oh, my only son, Prince of Naples, Ferdinand is missing. I don't know where he will be there. Hope he is fine. So that kind of a regret he is having. So maybe I have done a mistake along with Antonio. I had banished Prospero. So the repentance, immediately they had got that. So meanwhile, that was going on. So then afterwards, Ariel brought Ferdinand to near this where island where they are. Okay. So what happened is, Miranda, after so many years, after 20 years, next human being who she saw is Ferdinand. Suddenly, Ferdinand was brought near Miranda. Ariel, what he did is, he brought Ferdinand near Miranda. Miranda was sitting near a rock. Such a beautiful girl she is, with long hair and such white face, like very pretty girl. So immediately, Ferdinand saw Miranda, and what will happen? Young children, both are young. What will happen? Immediately, they were attracted to each other, and of course, what will happen? Love at first sight only. So they were both of them were attracted to each other, and then what happened? Why? Because she was so attracted. All 20 years she was seeing only, Miranda was seeing only who? His father. That is her father. That's all. Nobody else. So immediately when she saw Ferdinand, So like this, so another one human being I am seeing, so immediately that attraction, nothing else, okay. And then afterwards, they each day, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, they were getting along together. And then Prospero came to know that Ferdinand is in love with Miranda, and Miranda also equally loves him. So to test his thing, because he was having fear like what King of Naples, that is Ferdinand's father, along with Antonio, they banished him, no. So maybe this his son also may be like that. So to test his faithfulness, what he did is he gave him a small tasks to do. So what he did is he gave them lot of work to do this cutting of wood, go filling water. So patiently Ferdinand was doing all that work. So he listened to whatever, but Miranda was feeling very sad for him. He is doing so much work, no. But she did not understand why he is doing it, no. Prospero, why he is doing so much, why he is testing him so much. Then afterwards, because he knows, the Prospero knows all magic spells. He was invisible and testing both of them, what they are meant, what they are thinking about each other. Then afterwards, finally he comes to a conclusion, Prospero saying that Ferdinand is not like his father, but a very innocent and very good human being, and so he decided to give his daughter to Ferdinand. So this happened here. Then later what happened? He told Ariel to bring King of Naples and Antonio to this island. So then afterwards now Ariel, what he did is he was joking, that is having a small fun time with Antonio, because they both were very hungry. 3 days since they had nothing to eat. So what happened? They kept on showing him lot of food, and Antonio will go and run to get the food, immediately he will disappear. So this was happening. So he was going on giving him lot of trouble, Ariel. Then finally, with the orders of Prospero, he brought both of them to this island where the Prospero is. So Antonio and King of Naples came to the island. King of Naples, when he came to the island, he saw his son and was very happy. He went and hugged him and said, "Oh my, thank God, you have been saved. Thank God, I am seeing you again." And then he said, and then Miranda was sitting next to Ferdinand. He said, "Who is this pretty girl?" So then afterwards, everybody, then Antonio fell on Prospero's feet and said, "I'm very sorry, I have betrayed you, and I will not do this. I am giving back my dukedom to you. Please come and take over your country, your kingdom." So finally, it became both of them repented, and they regretted for their mistakes, and then Prospero forgave them, and everybody went back in the ship. The ship in magic powers, he brought back the ship together, and everybody set sail to Milan. So this is a happy ending. That's it. Thank you.